Welcome to Biggest Spoilars, the destination for exclusive spoilers, latest updates.
Carly Spencer will be attacked by someone unknown, while Curtis Ashford may be arrested, and Trina Robinson will be shocked by commodity Jordan Ashford does. GH has released its daily exercise videotape, and it looks like further stunners will be dropped as the first week of December unfolds. The General Hospital promo starts on a nice note, as Brooke Lynn Quartermaine opens the door to the Quartermaine manse. She's happily shocked to see Giovanni Gio Palmieri and Emma Scorpio Drake on the other end of the door, as the twain hail her with a happy Thanksgiving, and grins are given all around. As Ned Quartermaine will be home from the sanitarium, completely recovered from his heart attack, it looks like it'll be a good Thanksgiving at the Q manse. With that said, Trina wouldn't have the same response as Brooke Lynn when she heads to the door, only to see Jordan standing outside the Ashford hearthstone, ready to partake in Thanksgiving fun. In fact, when Trina opens the door to see Jordan there, Curtis's son will be anything but pleased. There's a ton of bad blood brewing between Trina and Jordan, so it looks like the youthful lady's enmity will continue to make during the week of December 1st to 5th. Jordan has no issues with Trina, but Trina is adamant that she doesn't want her pater dating his ex-wife, and it feels as if a dark interpretation of Trina could crop as she works to keep Curtis and Jordan piecemeal. As the General Hospital promo continues, the coming clip highlights a scene between Nina Reeves and Willow Tate on Willow's marriage day. GH suckers know that Willow and Drew's alternate marriage attempt will take place during the week of December 1st, but will the two end up saying their I do's? Nina asks her son if she really wants to do this, as a scene of Drew Kane is shown, putatively at the marriage balcony. Willow's face looks uncertain, so will she dip out on her bachelor, formerly again? As the scenes shift, Curtis is shown next, asking Nathan West if he's under arrest. Meanwhile, Stella Henry and Marshall Ashford are caught off guard when Trina drops a server of food, asking, "What did you just say?" Kai Taylor is by Trina's side. The final clip of the General Hospital exercise for the week of December 1st to 5th shows Carly, in her home, at night. She's heard a sound, has seized a fire poker, and is sluggishly approaching the meddler in the dark. The poker is poised to strike at any moment, and Jack Brennan can be heard on the voiceover as he states, "Oh my God," when Carly is attacked by someone unknown. General Hospital spoilers indicate a wild week in the land of Port Charles up ahead, as 5 must-see occurrences are about to unfold as each day flies by. Ned Quartermaine was released beforehand, while Willow Tate readied for her marriage. Plus, Trina Robinson got a shock, and Nathan West arrived to question Curtis Ashford. Moment on General Hospital, Ned came home early as Harrison Chase got ready for Thanksgiving regale. Brooke Lynn Quartermaine prepared the fire extinguisher. When the doorbell chimed, she went to the foyer, where Olivia Quartermaine was with Leo Quartermaine. Olivia complained about a auto honking outdoors, opened the door wide, and was surprised to find Michael Corinthos standing there with Ned. Ned had come home from the sanitarium before than anticipated, having planned the surprise with Brooke Lynn's backing. Just also, the bank sensor went off, egging Olivia, Leo, and Michael to head to the kitchen while Brooke Lynn took her pater to the living room. Ned wondered if he'd ever come back home. Ned participated that during his illness, he'd wondered if he'd ever return to the family home. Plus, it felt odd to suppose of the manse as Tracy Quartermaine's house rather of Monica Quartermaine's. He also made a light-hearted comment about how his heart attack had brought Brooke Lynn and Gio Palmieri closer. When the doorbell chimed again, Brooke Lynn was in for a surprise when she opened it to find Gio and Emma Scorpio Drake staying outdoors. After Gio and Emma ate Ned back home, Olivia, Michael, and Leo joined them in the living room. The family bandied Drew stealing the family heritages and Tracy being kept in the dark. Olivia mentioned that the bank sensor had gone off for no reason, and Chase was making good progress with regale. Next, the family talked about Ned's desire to keep his mama ignorant of his heart attack since Tracy was still down at a gym in another country. Olivia refocused out that the longer Tracy stayed down, the further time they had to delay telling her that Drew Kane had taken the family heritages. Also, Ned flashed back the argument he'd with Drew just before his heart attack, when he'd hovered to sue his whoreson before collapsing. In the present, Ned agreed that the last thing the family demanded was another conflict with Drew. Leo just came as submissive and Outback was averted from stealing any turkey coming out of the kitchen, Chase was the coming to hail Ned upon his return home and entered some sportful teasing from the family about his sweats to break the Quartermain curse. To Olivia's disappointment, Leo blazoned that he'd come a submissive and would not eat any lemon, nor her meatballs, funk parm, or fish. Still, Chase mentioned he'd also roasted a tofurkey. Also, Chase said that regale was ready, and Leo was curious about what Outback would eat since the canine sounded empty when he let her in. Just also, the puppy dog bounded onto the table, but Michael reached her before she could snare anything. The family decided to contribute the feast with a lavish feast laid out. Chase encouraged the family to begin eating, but Brooklyn allowed. They had formerly pushed their luck too far. She and Olivia reported all the times when Thanksgiving regale had gone wrong, indeed after it was set and served. Brooklyn proposed that they contribute the mess to someone in need, and Olivia knew exactly where to take the food. Isaiah Gannon was enlisted to work, but he surprised Portia Robinson by volunteering for a shift at the sanitarium. They went to the break room, where he told her he was working because he didn't want her to be alone for the vacation, and they enjoyed some granola bars. The Quartermains arrived with Thanksgiving food. Isaiah and Portia went back to the Mecca when Brooklyn, Chase, Olivia, Leo, Michael, and Emma arrived with a complete Thanksgiving mess for the staff. After Olivia thanked the Croakers for saving Ned's life, Portia mentioned Monica always assured the staff was taken care of on Thanksgiving, and it was lovely to see Monica's family continuing that tradition. After the QS finished arranging the food in the conference room, Michael recalled that Willow and Drew were getting married that day. He informed Brooklyn and Chase that he'd return to the house latterly. In the meantime, Isaiah and Portia went back to the break room, where they proceeded their private Thanksgiving festivity with pie and tender kisses. The Quartermains were surprised to admit pizza ordered by Tracy after coming back from the sanitarium with Leo, Emma, Chase, and Brooklyn. Olivia mirthfully declared that she'd defrost a dish for their regale. Still, Gio had other plans and guided them into the living room, where Ned was eagerly staying with a generous mound of pizzas. Having held off on reading the card until everyone had returned, Gio also handed the note to Brooklyn. The family felt a warm sense of gratefulness upon realizing that the pizzas had been courteously ordered in advance by Tracy. With everyone holding hands, Ned took the lead in their cherished periodic tradition of singing the sincere song, "We Gather Together." Willow readied for her marriage as Willow arranged the marriage flowers. She sounded uneasy when Drew mirthfully prognosticated that the day would be perfect. The bachelor's cheerful mood changed when Alexis Davis showed up to support Scout Quartermain, making a sardonic comment about looking forward to seeing Scout in her flower girl dress again. After Willow stepped out to attend to her stepdaughter, Drew advised Alexis to better fake her happiness to move Scout that she was in favor of the marriage. Also, Drew entered an update from Kai Taylor regarding the caterers and guest advents, but his in turn had to leave for Thanksgiving plans and couldn't stay for the marriage. Nina arrived with the dress. Alexis and Elizabeth discussed Scout. Nina Reeves arrived just as Kai was leaving, bringing a developer dress from the Crimson Closet for the bridegroom. She told Drew that she had chosen to support Willow's decision to marry him and advised him not to squander the alternate chance he was given. When Elizabeth Baldwin arrived, Alexis answered the door, and they complained about Drew taking over Thanksgiving for a marriage. Alexis would have preferred to be at home with Molly Lansing Davis and Christina Corinthos Davis. She conceded that they had all agreed it was essential for her to show her love and support for Scout. Alexis and Willow spent some sweet time with Scout latterly. Alexis sat with Scout, who asked if she'd be suitable to see her family more after her father married Willow. Rather of giving a straightforward answer, Alexis told her granddaughter that the marriage meant their family was expanding, and there would be further people to love her. In the bedroom, Willow supported Scout in preparing, and they talked about their future as a family. The youthful girl wished for Willow and her pater to be happy, and Willow assured her they would be. Also, the bridegroom-to-be mentioned how important Scout recalled her mama, Sam McCall, and expressed her stopgap that Scout would also find happiness. Nina gave Willow her dress, and advised her she didn't have to go through with the marriage. When Nina walked into the bedroom, a distant Willow thanked her for taking care of the dress, while her mama felt let down that Elizabeth was going to help her get ready. Indeed, though she promised not to intrude, Nina asked Willow if she truly wanted to go through with the marriage and offered to help her escape, no strings attached. Willow also bared that she was completely apprehensive of everything Drew did but emphasized that her main precedence was to be cleared of any wrongdoing and to recapture guardianship of her children. She told her mama that marrying Drew would shoot a strong communication to the jury. Nina asked if Willow indeed loved Drew. Willow claimed that she didn't need to love him, her love was for her kitties, and she'd do anything to bring Wiley and Amelia Corinthos back. Nina returned to the living room as Nathan arrived feeling worried after her talk with Willow. Nina went back to the empty living room just as Nathan West arrived. Named Sidwell.